Okay, everybody, welcome to another video. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be showing off my Choose Your Own Adventure book collection. Okay, I have a few of them. I have about 11 or 12. Well, actually, I have 12 of them. I have one of them that I just don't know where it is. I can't find it anywhere. So I think I lost it or something. But I have about 12 of them now, which is it's pretty good. And if you guys don't know what choose your own adventure books are, they're like a book where you start out reading them normally and then you get to a point, like for example this at the bottom of the page, and it says if you choose to go back in time 125 million years, go to page 41. If you're willing to chance it and go back to an unknown past, page 144. So you choose and then you turn to that certain page in the book. So it's basically like an interactive story. You get to make the choices, you can see what happens, and they have different endings and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. It's really interesting. You're not just reading a story, you're showing them off. I'm gonna be showing them to you guys. Gonna be talking about them a little bit. I haven't read every single one of them because I got a bunch of new ones recently. I literally got one yesterday. So yeah, let's go and let's get started. Here's the first one. This is actually the very first set I ever got. You got Oregon Trail Choose Your Own Adventure books. I actually got these at Ollie's for like $5 or $6, which is like a crazy deal. And it comes with 4 of them. And this one is a really good story. Of course, the story is about you. You're the character that you are. You're this young boy, and his family is traveling across the Oregon Trail. You have to make a bunch of decisions. Like I think one of them is like to forge your wagon or just go around the river, or like you get to choose which time you leave. If you get like which like certain things you get, like if you get more food or more what like supplies to fix the wagon. It's really, really cool. Each of the books has about like 20 different endings in it. And then what I love is that it's like just one, like it's a continuation story. Like each book is part of the story. And when you get to the end, you're like really excited with it. And it really does feel like it's a really good story. Like I feel like this could be a movie or something. I don't know how they would do that, but I feel like this would be a really cool little animated movie or like TV or like maybe a game or something like that, dude. Because I was actually invested in the story. There is some weird, like there is some pretty violent deaths. Like you dying of dysentery, or like one of them is you fall off the wagon, your hand gets run over by the wagon wheel, or just a lot of, or like you get bitten by a snake and you slowly die. Like a lot for a children's book, it's kind of like sad, but they also have really good art. There's also a map that comes in here of like pixel art. I don't know where it is. I kind of lost it. But yeah, this one is actually a modern one. It was made in 2018. So I've read all 4 of these books. They're pretty quick. These ones are made for children, but I still love them. I wish they would have like more of these like this. Whoever this company is, I hope they would wish they would make more of them. These are probably like my favorite ones that I have so far. I get it. That is that one. Love that one. Next up, these ones are all actually these 4 set. Look, these are all actually original Choose Your Own Adventure books. Well, not original, okay. So you see, Choose Your Own Adventure started out as like a brand. These are actually re-releases from Choose Co. But like these types of books first released like back in the 80s or 90s, made by some guy named like Edward Packett, and like written also by R.A. Montgomery and some other guys too. These 2 were the first ones I got. So this one is Journey Under the Sea, Space and Beyond. These ones are really, really cool. And also it has like a thing on the back to show you where you are, which is pretty cool. I actually really like these ones. Actually like over 100 of these. I want to try to collect more of them, dude. I got these actually at Barnes and Noble in the kids section. Like, yeah, it was only $7, $7 or $8 each of these. I've read all of them before. One is really cool because you encounter like sea monsters, like your thing breaks down. I think you go to like Atlantis or like octopuses or something like that. This one is just so wild and crazy. As you can see, there's a ton of different endings in it. Not every single one in the series has that many endings. I think a lot of the ones, like the ones starting out, had more endings, and as they went on, they had like less and less of them. And then there's this one right here. I just read that this one is newer. Race Forever. So this one's like you're in the African countryside, when you're racing, and there's tons of different stuff you can do. Like you can choose the two different cars you do, and then you can choose, do you want the fast race or the off hill race? And then I remember some other ones. It's like one of them you get attacked by like poachers, and you have to figure out if you want to run or not. There's like fires, different routes, all that stuff. So it's really, really cool. Like there's so much different choices. This one doesn't have as much. This one has 33 endings. Still a lot. Still more than the other Oregon Trail Choose Your Own Adventure books. I'll give you a little bit of like a treatise to what they say. So this is, you've been almost too nervous to look out of the plane window at the African countryside below. The smiling flight attendant leaning over to check your seatbelts jolts you back to reality. We're approaching the airport to whatever that is now. Look out the window. Now you see the large modern city below. The gentle rolling terrain is unlike the Arizona ranch country where you grew up. So see, it's, second person describing it like that. It's pretty well written, and also since there's usually with these books, it's like you don't have to read too long to be able to get to a choice. It's usually only like 1 or 2 pages where you have to read to get to a choice, which is pretty cool. I think actually I like Race Forever. I feel like that one's actually the best one. And then this one is the one I haven't read yet. This is Forecast from Stonehenge. This one is a lot different. This one has only 16 endings. And as you can see here, look, there's like arrows on it. Those arrows mean the amount of pages that you have to read in order to get to like a choice. So for example, like Journey Under the Sea, most of them are like 2. But this one, like, look, there's a lot of arrows. I think there's like, most of them are like, for the first one, it's 9 pages you have to read in order to get to the first choice point. So this one has, way less choices and stuff, but a lot more like, a lot more reading and stuff that you have to do. I do like it. I guess that I do like it when they have more choices because it's cool, but also I guess it's like they wanted to tell the story better. I haven't read that one, so I don't know if it's good or not, but I will read it. Okay, so the next one we got here is called A Player Way Adventure, The Midnight Arcade. Now, this one is pretty new. I got this one at a comic book store, and I read a little bit of it. This one's really cool. From what I heard of it, it's like, you're this kid, you're skipping school, and you're going to like this magical arcade, and it's like you're playing the games through the book. Like you get to choose like at first you get to choose which game you play. There's like a controller, and you get to go to different pages based on what control you want to do. I haven't gotten too far in it. I was playing this one, so there's 2 games that you can play. I think there's that one, and there's the mowing one. I played the mowing one so far. And I got like 1 ending, but it's really fun. I really like the art style, and I really like how it's like you're playing a video game. I think it's an interesting concept. The writing is good. The first like couple pages are a little bit slow, but when you get past that, then it's pretty like fast paced, and there's a lot of action, and there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a little bit mysterious. I think there's more of these. I want to get more of them. In these books, a lot of the art is really good. Like the artist who did them, like look at that, for example. Look at that art. That's good, dude. That's really good. Next one we have here is Can You Survive the Zombie Apocalypse? Okay, this one I really like. This one I got at Barnes & Noble too. This one is, of course, a zombie apocalypse book. This one is, though, you gotta do a lot of reading between choices for some of them, but it's really interesting. This one is actually more of an adult one, so there's more like violence and gore and like stuff like that. This one isn't made for kids. I really, really like it. I've read a few of them before. There's a lot of different choices, like it starts out, you're in like this office building and the zombie apocalypse happens, and it's like, do you want to go back to your apartment? Do you want to take a taxi? Do you want to try to run to the store? And then it's like, I remember there's also other options, it's like, do you want to join this, like, do you want to fight these zombies in the middle of the streets to be able to join this gig? And do you want to not do that? Or do you want to stay in your apartment, or like go wander around and find anything, or accept the mission and stuff? It's kind of like a video game in a way. I mean, I guess I like the other one was basically a video game, but this one's like a video game too. It's really fun. I just love all the different choices and how they're really unique. They're very creative. The author of this was very creative, coming up with different situations, because it's like, I've always wanted to write a choose your own adventure book. I've been trying to for so long, but it's like I have a hard time coming up with all the different endings and stuff. But these people are like so creative, man. It would be cool to write an end of the world like survival like book. As you can see, this one is pretty thick. I think this one has over 100 endings, over 100 past and 50 endings to choose from. So yeah, that's a lot. I recommend you guys should read this one. Hours of bone coaching zombie action. And also, I love zombies. Who doesn't like zombie ones? Next one we got here is Into the Dungeon, a choose your own path book. I've read a little bit of this one. This one is different. So this one is like trying to traverse your way through like an underground dungeon. You're going to be different rooms. But this one is a little bit different. This one's kind of like a game book in a way, because like at the beginning you can kind of like create your own character. There's also like extra information, like there's actually health points. So there's characters right here, and each of them have their own like different health stats. You pick one, and then you go out to a page here. If your intelligence is 4 or higher, you pause for a moment to look across, turn to page 80. If you're so it's like the story's different based on like the different stats of your character, like your intelligence and stuff, which is really cool. There there's like choose your own adventure books that just you choosing, and then there's ones here that are more like game books where it's like more of like an actual RPG game that you're playing in your pocket, in your pocket. And this one also has really cool art. I haven't read too much of it, but like, for example, like the art is really good. Like the drawings and stuff, you're going through like the dungeon. I know there's one part where you go into a room and it has like a giant feast, and you figure out if you want to eat it or not. This one, as you can see, this one is a lot thinner than all the other ones, but it's still good. I think it's about like 90 something pages. I don't know how many endings there are, but I would really want to know. There's some secret past. Ooh, okay. So I'll have to read more of these. I'll have to do a review on some of these. Oh, these ones. These ones are the best. These next two are the best ones. Romeo and or Juliet. Both of them by Ryan North. Now, what these ones are Shakespeare themed choose your own adventure books. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck? Shakespeare, that doesn't sound fun. But they're also both comedic. Okay, so it takes the thing of Shakespeare and it writes it in a way that's very silly, very funny, very light-hearted. There is a lot, like especially in this book, for example, there's a lot of stuff that happens in here. And as you can see, this book is huge. This book has over 100 endings. I think it's like 100 something plus, and it's crazy. Each of the endings has like its own art. For example, look at that art. That's so nice, dude. That's so nice. Oh, and I also forgot, dude, this one also has a secret path too. It's like a one where you have to like, you could unlock a secret character where you have to like take one of the nodes and add a number to it. And also there's also a bunch of like secret little like mini games that you can play in here. There's like a choose your own adventure book within a choose your own adventure book. And one of them, it's like, for example, you know, it's like a video game themed one. Like the text is all like 8-bit looking text. And because in one of the parts of the book, it's like Romeo, you're playing like the nurse or something. You're playing a nurse, you're playing somebody, and you're on like a quest. I think it's Nurse's Quest or something like that. Let me see. Like, it's just so cool. And also the cool thing about this one is that like the nodes will have heart, like for the choices it will have hearts by them, and that is for like, so if you want to follow the original Romeo and Juliet story, you could do that. And also the ones who don't have hearts on them, those ones are just like going off. So this one is really good. I've read a lot of this one, and I don't think I've reached all the endings, and crazy things happen. Like there's like a mech fight. There's pirates. They travel back in time. I think, yeah, there's an 8-bit one. They travel back in time. They get married and have kids. They grow old and turn into zombies or whatever. This one is so good. I guess the writing isn't as good as some of the other ones, but it's just because they're so big. I really, really like this one. I really like this one. Please read this one. The reason I first heard about that one was because it was actually in the library. So I think I forget which one I read. I think it was the Romeo and Juliet one. Or no, it was this one. I think it was this one I read first. But I got it in the library, I read it, and I'm like, you know what, dude, I have to get this. So then I bought both of them. I found both of them at Barnes & Noble. So next up we got here is To Be or Not to Be by Ryan North again. I think this is the first one. So this is Hamlet. Oh yeah, and also I forgot, in the Romeo and Juliet one, in this one, you can choose your character. So first you can choose to be Juliet or Romeo. In this one you have 3 options. You can choose to be Hamlet, Ophelia, or Hamlet's ghost. And this one also has like 100+ endings, you know. This one also has 100+ endings, and each of the endings also have their own art. Like, whoever these artists are, they're just so good. I've read less of this one. I know somewhere there's like a chart of it, of like how it, like all the different endings. It's so crazy. And like, for example, the nodes on this one, you know, like those are like the different numbers. Like, those are the nodes you turn to. This one has like 500 of them. I think this one is a little, even though I think it has more nodes, but it's shorter than the other one because the other one has like bigger pages or something like that. But look how thick these guys are, dude. Hamlet one, I know, like this one is, they're funny. I haven't read as much as this one before. I just know that this one is also really funny. I think this one also has a book within a book as well. Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet one has two books within a book, and it has a secret character. So yeah, those are these ones. They're really big. They're huge. 100+ different endings. Okay, so this one is actually the newest one. I literally got this one yesterday. Highway to Hell. Can you survive the zombie apocalypse? From Max Blair. So this is the same guy who made the other one. This one is a different story. This one, like, you're trying to, like, I think it's like, oh yeah, your name is Jimmy El Camino. You're a badass. And then you have to escort a young woman who holds a key to many salvation cross. So this one is cool because it actually has like a story to it. I mean, the other one did have a story, but the other one was just like you're trying to survive. But this one actually is like you're trying to transport someone, and it's kind of like an interactive. It's kind of like a video game, as I said, you know, because it's like you have an actual goal. The other one you're kind of just trying to survive, but this one you actually have a goal and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I have not read it. I literally read the first page, but this seems cool. I like zombie stuff. I like end of the world apocalypse stories and stuff like that. So that's why I got this one. Um, there's also some pretty cool art in this one, like the zombie one too. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Okay, but it'd probably be good. The last one here is Stranger Things, choose your own adventure book. Choose from over 25 possible endings. Now, I haven't read this one too much. I did read like for a few choices, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really a fan of Stranger Things. The only reason I got it was because it was a choose your own adventure book. Got it, of course, I got it at Target. I don't know how much it was. It was like 13, 14. I think it was $13. Yeah. So, I read through a little bit so far. It's pretty good. It's a pretty quick, easy read. I've never really watched any Stranger Things or anything, to be honest with you. I just love Choose Your Own Adventure books. So it was a Choose Your Own Adventure book. So, like, I have to have it. I have to buy it. Okay. I probably watched like the first couple episodes back when it came out, like back when I actually had Netflix, which was like a long time ago. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I want to build like a big collection, like get a bunch of them, dude. Like, and just have like a whole shelf just full of like choose your own adventure books. Just have hundreds of them. I can't really do that right now though, because I'm still in this house. But maybe when I move out or something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also want to do I want to write a choose your own adventure book, and also I want to make a interactive video series. I actually did make one like 3 years ago, Grounded, which it's not that good, but it's fine. It was my first one, but I want to make one. I was thinking about doing like a Hallmark one for Christmas, or maybe a summer one. Like maybe a summer one, do like how to spend your summer vacation or something like that. But those are hard, you know, in the vein of like us in space with Markiplier, or Jack's Films is like, what is it? Make your own apology video. That one was really good. He made a Grinch one, and he made like a Yai one. So look out for that in the future, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to. I'll try to release more consistent content and not go a month without posting anything. See you guys later. Bye.